Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Philippines. Good evening, Philippines. And good morning, America. Good morning, Indigo. And good afternoon, Middle East. Mag-shoutout muna tayo. Alice Amangka, mega shoutout. Thank you very much. Genesis Channel, Ashi Creator, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming. Hello po ate Alice Amangka, sabi ni ano. Thank you very much. Sandali, set up muna natin yung music natin. Bakit wala akong naririnig? Oops. Ay. Moment. And thank you very much for joining me last Monday. Last Monday sa Philippines, di ba? Last Sunday dito. Okay? For joining in the 24 hours gratitude challenge. You know, I didn't expect that one. Hindi ko expect yung result. And I'm thinking about talking for 24 hours. And I realized I cannot make it, you know. And I'm thank you for people who supported. You know, you came and then you joined me, and many of you even stay for 24 hours. I'm so surprised. I thought I'll just be the one talking here, you know. And I brought about two of this, and I thought it's enough. But even just for 30 minutes talking, nag-dry na yung lips ko, and I have to drink. And I brought 2 gallons of, I don't know, how do you call this? Container. Extra lang yung isa. 1 gallon is, you know, so I don't need to go to restroom. I just hide myself and pee like that. But I was surprised, you know, this 2 gallons is not even enough. I even go outside to pee. And I realized it's not that easy. It's tough talaga yung by just talking in 24 hours. And wait, one moment. And I said, oh, mega shout out, Genesis, it's Genesis channel. And also our Facebook friends, I'm sorry, hindi ko pa nakikita, no? So, I would suggest if you don't mind to come over sa YouTube so we can see you. Unless I go to Facebook. But so far, I cannot see you. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much. And yeah, of course, yung mga tao who joined me, support me last Monday, it's easy, but parang yun na rin, ano, that's my consolation. That people join. That people are, you know, at least somehow, some of you are serious, you know. And some even supported. Thank you for our super chatters, Santi Melchor, Korea Cross Blended. I forgot those, some other people who came, you know. And some others. Thank you very much, my friends. You know, and you know, people come and go, and yeah, they're really into it. Also, our Facebook friends. Thank you very much. You know. And you might be thinking, oh, what is this crazy? You do this for 24 hours? What's for? You know, why are you doing this? You know, yeah, that's why. For me, number one is, let me share my screen to you. Anyway, by the way, I'll share a little bit. I'll share more about the importance of gratitude and why I did this one. And after this, I will announce yung at least yung dalawa na ano whom I want to give some kind of incentive. Okay, it's like what I told you. No, I'll give you 5,000 for those who stay with me live, you know, live. And then for the top chatter, 2,500. Okay. and I will tell you after this. Okay, but let me ask my question. Why why did I why did I do this 24-hour challenge? Royland of the North, thank you very much. Thank you for coming, kapatid. So yeah, I would like to thank also for my friend, Royland. He's very supportive. Kasama ko siya sa La Union. Thank you very much. So why did I do this one? 24 hours. Hindi madali yan. Alice Amangka, mega shoutout. Thank you very much. Big shoutout sa inyo. So actually, one reason why I did this is because every time I hear the news, it's all about this pandemic. All about this pandemic. And we've been pressured actually. And a lot of changes and fear, especially last year. Talagang people are really panicking. People are in fear. And there's a side effects sa atin yan. Of course, yung obvious reasons, obvious effects ng COVID is people lose their job. People are losing their business, closing their business, and and people has no choice but to borrow money and give money to people. I mean, our government. So that's mayroong something na side effects sa atin yan. That's the problem. Also, increase in mental health issues, substance abuse, and elevated suicidal ideation. Itong quarantine, it is for our own good before. But people, if we don't do anything, we get bored, we get depressed. And then, we are tempted to do some other things. And one thing that arises during those times is this drug addiction and suicide. So many are pressured. Welcome, Ashi. God bless you always. Family sa niya lang. Alice. Thank you. And most of all, we lose human connection. Of course, itong social distancing is good for us. It's one way to avoid being exposed to the virus. However, having to physically distance from someone you love, like friends, family, co-workers, or your worship community can be hard. So you just imagine last year, this very important occasion when you go to school, itong graduation, we do virtual. And parang hindi complete ba? Something missing. Those who graduated through virtual, parang they don't experience the same as what we experienced, when we graduated before. And schools, we do Zoom. I remember my kids, even kindergarten, they're doing Zoom. Of course, it's a new level sa time na yun na we relate through social network. But it's not enough. When we talk about social connection, we cannot replace the real human connection through social through connection. We do church through Zoom. We do meeting through Zoom, and there's a lot of things that we replace those relationships through internet. But of course, at some point it's okay. But iba talaga yung this human connection is really different. Like for example, I'm into martial arts, And because of social network, because of internet, we can have meeting throughout the world, you know, through internet. But how come our founder of this Tongilmoodo, Dr. Sok, is still strive hard to come over? We have a meeting last year. We are all on mask. We'll have a meeting. He still strive hard to come here for a meeting. Why? Because we cannot replace this social connection, yung meeting in person. Iba talaga. No? Iba talaga yung mayroong meeting in person. Very, very different. And if we stay long through Zoom, through this relationship, parang talagang nagkakaroon ng social, it destroys relationship. It destroys relationship. I've been watching once in a while yung America's Got Talent. And usually, people who receive this golden buzzer, the judges will go over to the stage and embrace the contestant. But this time, even though they like it, they go to the stage, thank you very much, but 6 feet apart. Also, I attended this podcast or even video meeting before with Brian Lancaster about Brian Tracy about the secret of becoming successful in business. And number one secret is handshake. Why? Because there's connection. It's not about there's this trust. There's a relationship. Kaya kung wala daw handshake, without handshake, there's no relationship. We cannot build good relationship. So, yan ang that is the effect of the pandemic. We create distance through this pandemic. Of course, for some time, we have to do this, but we cannot just live this way of life. Because it's a human nature. It's a need to connect. To connect physically talaga. Physical connection. And there's psychological and physiological effect of the pandemic. We feel fear, anger, sadness, worry, numbness, frustration, changes of appetite and energy, and changes of activity levels, difficulty concentrating and making decisions, difficulty sleeping. You have nightmares, and people who have chronic health problems, they're getting worse actually, and the increase use of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. And number one cause of this pandemic is boredom. When people are bored, you are tempted to do other things that is no good. So these are the effects of this pandemic. And second reason why I do this kind of condition 24-hour is because of this article, that average person is about 60,000 thoughts a day. I couldn't imagine 60,000 thoughts a day we think as that much. What are we thinking? How can we have those kind of thoughts? A lot of thoughts. And 80% are negative. And 95% are repetitive thoughts. Okay? So whatever we are doing every day, we're thinking every day, or our activity every day has something to do with our thoughts. And this is science. It is according to the study by the National Science Foundation that 80% of those are negative. And we just keep repeating and repeating and repeating this. That's why we attract negativity, because that's what in our mind, that's what in our brain, you know. That's why when there's negative news, we're so interested. Anything that is negative, anything that's no good, that's going on. And when we see each other, we see each other's negative side. You know, do you observe that one? Usually, I myself, I observe that. When I see people who are, becoming famous, I try to see the bad side. Ano naman ang hindi magandang lifestyle nito? I cannot imagine how come I have this attitude. And we don't know that what we are thinking affects us. What we are thinking is what we try to manifest. And we're not aware of this. That's why people who hurt people, they attract people who are hurt also, hurt people. And especially our childhood wounds, inner child problems when we were young, those problems from the past. We attract them in a present moment. Why? Because we cannot get rid. Still, it's working in our brain. My parents, when I start giving values education to young people, and then because our lifestyle, our past affects our lifestyle at present. And you know what? I remember my parents. I remember those moments. Yung siguro 8 or 9 years old ako noon, where my parents, my father especially, strongly scolded me, and I got hurt, and I didn't go home for many days. Sometimes when I go play with my friends, and I enjoy playing until you forgot to go home. You go home late at night already. I suppose go home maybe at 6, but sometimes we've been playing until 7, 8, and then the consequence when you go home that time. It's I'm shaking. So when I go home, maybe 7, 8 o'clock, I'm at the back of our house, waiting for my father to sleep, so that when I knock, my mother will open the door. I'm waiting for that time that my mother will be the one to open the door. And then, I think maybe 10 o'clock, I guess, I knock. And then guess who opened it? It's my father. Ano sabi niya? Umuwi ka pa. Why don't you just stay where you are? Like that. And I'm so hurt. And I cannot forget those moments. And there are many instances that my father is scolded, and I realize I carry those ones. I carry those memories. Still working. And this prevents me sometimes when I see people the way they get angry, the same way that my father, get angry to me before. Those moments are talagang nag-arise, and I feel so much anger. I confront a lot of people with those kind of attitude. And because I was able to overcome this one, and I carry those feelings from the past. More peaceful to live before. Now so many are happening in us. Sabi ni Alice Amangka. So those negative thoughts from the past, we carry them. That's why no wonder why we have this kind of thinking, that out of all the 60,000 thoughts, 80% are negative. But those people that's why those people who excel, 5 or 10% among the population, they are not bothered from the marami rin silang mga trials, but they're not bothered with it. They keep going. That's our difference. Mahatma Gandhi said, a man is but the product of his thought. What he thinks, he becomes. So what happened is, whatever is going on in our brain manifests. It manifests in us. Also, Lao Tzu said, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become actions. And watch your actions, they become habit. Watch your habits, they become character. And watch your character, it becomes your destiny. So that's true. Talagang all that we are now, we are the co-creator of ourselves, and we are the product of our thoughts. That's the problem. Steve Harvey said, when you pray or whatever you're saying, you manifest it. I have this debt. How can I get rid of these debts? So what happened? You attract more debts that you want to get rid of. Like this. How I become happy only if and only if, may mga ganon. So we become conditional. Our happiness becomes conditional to whatever will happen to us. If my husband will do this, if my wife will do this, if my children will live, according to my direction, like that. And we will not be happy because we are dependent to whatever the outcome. But the problem is, it's opposite to what's going on in our brain, in our mind. Yan ang problema. Kung ano mga iniisip natin, hindi natin alam nagmamanifest. There's a saying that goes, what you insist, persist. Kung ano pa yung iniiwasan mo, yun pa ang yung nangyayari. One example here is Anita Morjani. Anita Morjani got cancer before. And her friend died of cancer. So she was strongly affected. She was hurt with this situation. So anong ginawa niya? I will never get cancer. Iniiwasan niya, yung mga food. He tried to eat food, that has nothing to do with cancer. He even studied how cancer, affects you. So he do all those. He juices. He drink, healthy. He avoid, processed food. Everything, organic. Always she determined that she will never get cancer. Talagang very, very careful siya on what she ate. And you know what happened? She got cancer. She attracted. Why? Talagang, it's impossible. How can that be, It is when she's supposed to be the one who will never get cancer because she follow all the protocols not to get cancer. Food, especially food, she exercise, she do a lot to avoid getting cancer. But what happened? She ended up having cancer. That's the problem. That's the problem of, because that's what's going on in her brain, in her mind. So that's why, for me, the pandemic, the antidote to the feelings we experience, to the effects of the pandemic, is gratitude. Gratitude. This is the antidote. And yung article na yun, that's 2010, 2017. That's before the pandemic. That's before the pandemic. That, 60,000 thoughts we think every day. About 60,000 thoughts. And 80% are negative. So it means, if that happens 2017, and now it's during the pandemic, how much more now? I think we think more negative than positive. We think more of those negative incidents, and we think more negative. It becomes human nature to see things that is negative around us. Because gratitude are one way of peace, happiness, trust the Lord with all our hearts. Sabi ni Alice Amaka. Yes. So gratitude gives us something we can control, which is our thoughts. It means through gratitude, we have the ability to control our thoughts. We don't need good things to happen to us. All we need is to change the way we think about what happened. Shift what you pay attention to, and you can uplift your thoughts and your moods. So that's why I always say, last Monday, if you write, automatically, when you write something or when you say something, it means it comes from your thoughts. Okay, it comes from your thoughts. Kaya nga sabi ko, if this is what's going on within 24 hours, what's gonna be the effect? I have good thoughts, right? If I will do this in 24 hours, it may help me the way I think. Diba? Kaya very important. It's very important. It's the antidote. I strongly believe it's the antidote to having a right mind. By just expressing what you're grateful for. Gratitude is a powerful tool that helps us experiencing joy even when we are going through a dark time. Actually, I copied this I forgot this one. Nirush ko lang ito kagabi. And gratitude is simply taking time to think about all the positive things in your life. So in short, gratitude is a response to what we receive. We are so blessed actually, but we don't recognize them. Why? Because we are not grateful. And that's why we don't enjoy our blessings. We don't enjoy our blessings. Okay, there are a lot of benefits of gratitude. A lot of benefits. Emotional benefits, personality, Emotionally, we have good feeling by just feeling grateful. We are more relaxed. We are more resilient. We are less envious. We are more happy. So it means when we show gratitude, it means good feeling talaga. You really feel good. Kaya if you feel bad, if you're bored, if you're sad, it's a good opportunity to look at your blessings. It's a very, very good opportunity to look at blessings. This is a religious scholar, David Strange Rust. He said, it's not happiness that makes us grateful. It's gratefulness that makes us happy. Makes us happy. So it means happiness is, everybody wants to be happy, right? Nobody wants to feel lonely or feel sad. Everybody, whatever you're doing, your goal is to be happy. That's what life is all about. But there's no happiness without gratitude. Parang if you simply are happy without being grateful, it's not a genuine happiness. So it means ang real happiness talaga is yung it comes with gratitude. It comes with gratitude. There's no such happiness without gratitude. One moment. Mukhang may text tayo.
Hi, I'm Rocky Heron, and I'm here to bring you a...
This app will change your life. So,
sorry, our friends in Facebook. So, I cannot see you. Okay. Let me mag-shout out muna ka sa Facebook. Sometimes I need to, what do you call this? I need to go to the cell phone, to my cell phone to see whoever is there. Oh, Yellows is here. Thank you, my Facebook friends. Batch Beer, big shout out. Good morning. Batch Beer, thank you very much for coming. Yeah. So we're talking about gratitude actually. So as what I'm saying, itong pandemic na to, where we have these instances na talagang, it affects us psychologically, physiologically. The antidote to this problem is gratitude. And it's a waste of time actually if you're thinking, oh, what is gratitude or what? Bakit, just to say grateful. People think, we just think, oh yeah, you're right. You might say that to me. But without doing it, has nothing to do with, it doesn't affect us. Why? Because meron ng mga nakaprogram na dyan na kahit anong sinasabi natin, we cannot think the way we think. And 5% maybe are saying, you're right, Thomas, you're right. But 95% is our lifestyle. We get used to think of whatever repetitive thoughts we have in our mind. We get used to that. Okay, even though we were telling the benefits of gratitude, we cannot break through yung mga nangyayari, yung mga iniisip natin. Why? Because they are repetitive. It's not easy. It's not easy to change by just saying I'm grateful. Kaya, sabi ni Lao Tzu, it should be a habit. It should be a habit. And one way to make a habit of gratitude is, making a gratitude journal. Actually, that's what I'm doing since I do the 24 hours. 24 hours is a good condition, a starting point for us. But without doing some kind of habit so that it will have a great effect on us, it will not affect us. By the way, wala palang jacket si Genesis. I'll give you a jacket, kapatid. May jacket ka na. You have a jacket now, Genesis. Thank you. Steve Harvey said, lack of gratitude is the number one blessing blocker. We receive so much blessing, but we don't recognize these blessings because we are not grateful. You remember, I mentioned before, when we talk about life, there's only life if there's this give and take action. If there's this give and take, we automatically are receiving so much. We're receiving so much. And what is your response? Gratitude, thankfulness. If we do this response, being grateful, what happened? Then joy comes. Kaya nga, give and take, right? We just receive. Without being grateful, walang something in return, there's no joy. No? Kaya, that's why people, they have so much and they're not happy. There's a lot of people, they have so much and they're not happy because they're just receiving and there's no giving. There's no, this cycle is not happiness. Kaya there's no joy. Kaya even though we are millionaires, billionaires, we cannot experience joy by just receiving those ones because there's nothing in it. Okay, and also the continuity of joy is, we maintain this give and take. That's why by just being thankful of what we receive is bringing joy to us. That's why everything that we have, the only way we can enjoy what we have is to be thankful of those. Steve Harvey said, you kill more blessings by not being grateful. We kill more blessing by not being grateful. We kill more blessing by not being grateful. That's why we stop receiving, because we are not grateful. No? So that makes sense, right? If you're a parent and your kids expresses what they really need, not what they want, no? Because what we want usually is not necessarily what we need. When they express what we need, and then the parents will do something to provide those needs. And when the kids, express joy, express gratitude, what happened? Yun na ang consolation ng parents to give more. I remember this one when I first came to America, and we met some Filipinas, and they gave some clothes because we said we are doing some kind of outreach in Philippines, and we give those clothes to less fortunate people. And then she gave me, they said, where do you live? And then I told them our address, and then she came that night with a sack of clothes. And I said, oh my goodness, thank you very much. This means a lot. And you know what she did? Actually, I have more. And she gave more. And then every time I express, she said, if I have some more, I will give you more. By just simply saying by just simply saying thank you, you know what happened? She gave more. It's a natural nature of a person. And same with God. If we express more gratitude, God will give us more. Kaya nga sabi ni Steve Harvey, the more you show God gratitude, the more He give you blessings. It is through our gratitude that we receive more. That's the number one reason why I have what I have. And that's the number one reason I am going to get more. Because I stayed grateful for what I have. That's Steve Harvey. So he is grateful. He said, I watched yung podcast niya about the power of gratitude. And he said, there are instances where I sign contracts or, I sign some deals like that. And he said, I'm not receiving deals anymore. But when he start expressing his gratitude, the morning, he said what he's grateful for, and then he start to receive those blessings. It's not easy. The following day, it doesn't take long for God to give the blessing. He said. He signed some deals already, just for a few days. So when he set that condition, when he set the condition of being grateful, that he start to receive these blessings. Okay. I don't remember one. There's one guy who gave a TED talk. He said the most effective way of expressing gratitude for blessing to come is when you express it before you sleep. And then when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is to express your gratitude. And there's so many studies that people who write what they are grateful for, journal talaga, you have to write. If you want to see some effects, you have to write. And then, you start to experience blessing. And blessing comes in many ways. It's not necessarily about money. Blessing is not necessarily about money. Blessing comes in a form of your health, in a form of the way you think, in a form of, some inspiration to do for the future. There's a lot of ways of blessing. But the guarantee of blessings that you receive by just expressing your thought is happiness, joy and happiness. And you don't need to be rich to be happy. Kaya nga sabi ko, blessing comes in any ways. Even in the smallest thing, even in your darkest time. If you express gratitude, that's the best attitude we can, that's the best attitude we can exercise. The attitude of gratitude. Okay, so let me go back to this. So gratitude is simply taking time to think about all the positive things in your life. That is gratitude. That's all you need. Gratitude is a powerful tool that helps us experience joy even when we are going through a dark time. That's why, sabi ko, whatever our situation, the best attitude we can do is we express gratitude. We recognize so many good things going on actually every day sa atin. We just need to recognize them. We just need to express them. Kaya even in terms of even in your career, by just simply being grateful, you develop your management skills. Improve your networking. People who receive deals are people who are grateful people. That's the secret. Actually, before I really want to be entrepreneur, I want to start some business. But for some reason, talagang hindi talaga yung money ang ina-after ko. Kaya sabi ko, of course, when you go into business, talagang it takes a lot of your time. And I don't like to sacrifice some of my precious time for my family just for that. But these are skills in business. How to build relationship by just simply expressing what you're grateful for. And being grateful increases productivity, improves decision making. That's something to do with your, career. In your social life, you're more social, you're more friendly. Making relationship, you have better, healthy marriage. You're more kinder. You're more develop deeper relationship. In your personality, you become less materialistic, less self-centered. You become more optimistic. It increases your self-esteem. You become more spiritual by just being grateful. Only yan. Just being grateful, just by writing what you are grateful for. And emotionally, you are more relaxed. You are more resilient. Resilient means hindi ka masyadong naapektuhan what's going on around you. When people are panicking, you are more relaxed because when people panic, feel fear, I know those are fight or flight. You end up into a surviving mode wherein you just care how you gonna survive. I remember in March 2020 last year, people line up in Costco. They buy everything in the stores. People panic. They panic buying. That there might be some scarcity. You know, even those business, even Costco are not panicking. They have so much, yet people feel fear, and the effect is no good in our life. So while people are stressed and feel fear, you are more relaxed, and you're more happier, even in times of difficulty, in times of especially this pandemic. And also you become less envious. People who are not grateful, they have this crab mentality. They have this jealousy. Oh, buti pa yung tao, you feel jealous for people you see. Oh, I'm Helen. Mega shout out, kapatid. Yung kita ng jacket. Oh, bakit po? Ano? So, that's the good effect of being grateful, by just simply being grateful. Not just not just what you think, just you have to write it. If you want to experience the benefits of being grateful, you have to write. We have to write. So all these benefits of being grateful, the result is happiness, and which is what we are looking for. Those are what we are looking for. We want to be happy. So we want to be happy. That's why we want to experience gratitude. Kaya we can only see improvement in our life when we start to be grateful. Whether you're in business, in Philippines, we used to receive these calendars at the end of the year, right? But people, give more to the employees, or yung mga taong talagang they give more. Actually, they become more successful in their business. Kaya yung mga successful businesses who think more on their customers, they become more successful. They build this relationship. They build trust. Okay? And by just simply being grateful, expressing what you're grateful for. And they are happy doing their business. Whether it's a small business or big business. They are happy doing it because they are grateful. People who build good relationship with friends, if you have this give and take of just simply grateful, expressing your gratitude to people, in return, you develop trust. You develop a meaningful relationship. So even in terms of marriage, and I myself, that's every time we have problem in our family, it is because I'm not grateful enough. I want more. I want my wife to be like this, to be like that. I want my kids to be like this, to be like that. Without recognizing what am I grateful for to them. We miss the most important thing we do. And we focus more on correcting each one. That's the most difficult one. Correcting each other. You should be like this, you should be like that. And looking at the negative points of each other, negative character. We remember more those those things that those bad things that he did or she did. No? That's why people end up in divorce because of this. We fail to experience what we are grateful for. People lose trust with each other by not expressing much of what we are grateful for. Kaya there's so many studies over studies to see the effect of gratitude in people's lives, and they always end up in good results. People who experience more gratitude are healthier, are happier, are more successful. So emotionally, in terms of your personality, in terms of your health, in terms of relationship, in terms of your career, everything is improving just by being grateful, by just being expressing your gratitude. Kaya where do we begin? We begin by doing something about gratitude when we wake up and before we sleep. Those are the moments that you begin. Of course, you have to be grateful every day. If you want to be happy every day, you have to be grateful every day. Oishi Tot, Oishi Hatmukbang, mega shout out. Salamat sa pagbisita. So it's an attitude. It should be a character. It should be a character. And the only way it can be part of our character is when it becomes a habit. So I'm saying here, right now, what is gratitude all about? And it should not stop here. It should not stop for you. Oh yeah, you're right, Kuya Tom. And then tomorrow you go back to the same lifestyle. It should be a habit. It should be a habit. My goal is to see people do the same thing like this. To see you have your own gratitude journal. That's my desire, for people who are joining, is when you have a gratitude journal when you just don't want to say what you're grateful for, but you have to write it. And sabi nila, to become more effective is, to make it different every day. Maybe you focus at least 3 things you are grateful for, but it will be different every day. But it should be present. Yung nakikita mong nangyayaring good every day. That will be the best way to express gratitude. Para magkaroon ng effect. And then later on, nagiging automatic na. When you meet somebody, you are interested of, how can you express gratitude to these people. Kaya nga yung mga recognition, that's why graduation is very important, because it is a way to recognize people's effort, that makes them, graduate, whatever level they have. It's a very important avenue. Mga recognition, even in during our training in martial art. One important for students are those promotion where they receive new belts. Because we recognize their effort of persevering, of improving, of developing. Menard TV, mega shout out. Thank you very much for coming. So it's very, very important talaga na maging lifestyle natin to, maging habit natin. Big shout out, kapatid. Thank you very much. Okay, this is a lot actually, it's a lot. I don't want to, explain this one by one, but let me just read it. Gratitude makes us happier. Gratitude makes people like us. People start to like you by just being grateful, by just saying thank you to them. And gratitude makes us healthier. Studies show gratitude can decrease pain, reduce bad health symptoms, increase time spent exercising, increase sleep, yung quality ng sleep natin, lower blood pressure, increase energy, and more. So it means has something to do with health talaga, no? Sabi ko, we take medicines, but by just being grateful is a medicine itself. Why don't we just say, wala pang side effect yan. There's no side effect. Why don't we just say it? Why don't we do it every evening and every morning when we begin our day? And let's see what will be the effect. Gratitude boosts our career, makes you more effective manager, helps you network, increase your decision-making capabilities, productivity, etc. Gratitude strengthens our positive emotions, reduce feeling of envy, makes our memories happier. Good feelings helps bounce back from stress, Bounce back from stress yung recovery. We recover more easily, from stress, from whatever, bad things happening to us by just expressing what we are grateful for. Just simply expressing what we are grateful for. And then we can easily recover. Gratitude develops our personality, makes us more optimistic. So, optimism is very, very important. Very, very important sa growth natin. You become creator if you are optimistic. Ito si Elon Musk, itong mga successful people, even Mark Zuckerberg. I watched his congratulatory remark in Harvard before, and I could see why he is successful. When they create Facebook, and big companies try to buy Facebook. But Mark Zuckerberg is not into money. He wants Facebook as an avenue to connect people. More connections. Why? How can I connect more and more people? And you know what? When offer comes, there are offer that we buy the company for 5 billion, 7 billion. It keeps, the offer keeps going up. And Mark Zuckerberg are into pressure. Every time they have meetings, his management team always, okay, we need to sell now. We need to sell now. That's a lot of money. We become millionaire by selling this one. We need to sell our companies, and that's his greatest how do you call this? Greatest pressure for Mark Zuckerberg. And one thing more is, there's one incident daw sabi niya na there's this one guy who said, if we don't sell this company, if I will not support this our team who wants to sell this company, I will regret it for the rest of my life. But Mark Zuckerberg really don't want to sell, Facebook, because Facebook is him. That is his heart. He wants to connect more people. And you know what happened? One by one, his management teams, one by one, they're leaving. And that's the greatest pressure experience. And when you're alone, it's so hard to move on. Korea Cross Blended, mega shout out. And he created Facebook. Is not about the money. He don't need to work throughout his life by just selling his company. But that's not what his desire is. Kaya what happened? When he decided, it's so strong, no? When you when decision making is one against many, it's so hard. It's so hard, to become optimistic. It's so hard to keep your vision if people are everything is against you. But you know what? When he kept his vision, what happened? What happened to Facebook right now? It becomes one of the number one, way to connect more people. How many people go through Facebook just to connect to each one? Even through our YouTube, we can communicate more in person through Facebook, right? Facebook helps us a lot. I don't even spend a penny to call my loved ones in Philippines. Unlike before, you need to buy this calling card, or you need to go to make a long distance to your loved ones. By just hearing their voice, we are already happy. But now we don't just hear them talking, we see them talking. We see them in the face, your cell phone, face to face, talking to them for free. You just need to have Wi-Fi for free. Okay, that's the contribution Mark Zuckerberg did, but he did not end up here by simply. He went through a lot of difficulties. So many are against him during that time when he makes decision making. So anyway, go back to so this, by being grateful, you become optimistic. People who are goal oriented are grateful people. They even Elon Musk don't need to work hard. He's already billionaire. If he needs money, he has no problem. But still, he is the person who stays in the office the longest. Why? Because he loves what he's doing. He is grateful of what he's doing. So, and we reduce being materialistic. Materialistic reduces gratitude, reduces their ability to appreciate and enjoy the good in life, the good things in life. Gratitude increases spiritualism. Spiritualism is very, very important. Being spiritual is very important. And by being grateful, we increase our spiritual life. Gratitude makes us less self-centered. Increase self-esteem, improves your sleep. Gratitude keeps you away from doctor. Keeps you away from the doctor. It means by just being grateful makes us healthy. You could just imagine who among you, take 5 pills a day. Be grateful, and you lessen or even not take those ones, because it improves the way you think. It makes you happy. Why we go to the doctor? Because mostly fight or flight. You might stress that cause fight or flight. Na yung heart natin is in a mode of survival only. That increases our blood pressure. Kaya we have to wash out the way we think. If we visit often our doctors, it means something bad going on in our brain. We have to check that. And the only way to remedy that problem is simply by expressing your gratitude. That's the best remedy. If you want to lessen our doctor's appointment, we need to simply express what we're grateful for. Gratitude helps us bounce back. By the way, ito increases your energy level. Okay, you could just How many of us wake up in the morning and you have this heavy feeling, oh my goodness, another day, especially people who work. Monday is, oh my god, it's a heavy, Monday is heavy. It's not heavy if we know how to deal with our, with our thoughts. Kaya I myself na-experience ko to, no? May mga time na, I feel refreshed. I have the energy. But may mga time din na umaga pala, no? Wala ka ng energy. Mag-i-start ka pa lang for the whole day. To start the day, to do anything for the day, you need an energy. No? And people who are fresh, who are energized, who have the spirit, is when they start the day with gratitude. And helps you more likely to exercise. Being grateful, make you really healthy. It refocuses your activity throughout the day. You set some time to exercise. You set some time to take care of your health. And bounce back. Alam mo yung mga taong it's hard for them to recover, to move on. No? Whether somebody happened to you, divorce, loss of loved ones, and many things. Many people takes time, years, for them to recover. No? But when we start expressing what we are grateful for, we easily recover. We easily move on. No? We can easily bounce back. So, if you see people who, for 7 years, 5 years, still dwelling on this problem that happened many years ago, try to advise them to do a gratitude journal. Make some gratitude journal, and you see them. They will improve. They will surely improve. Kaya kahit ginawa ko na to noon, ni-stop ko, and still I'm doing it right now. And I'm reaping the benefits. Talagang you really attract more blessings. Even that's what the Bible is talking about. By just being grateful. Gratitude is not going to make you magically immune to these negative feelings. They are part of life's experience. However, people who express gratitude are more resilient. They bounce back faster. Okay? So, the only way we can recover faster, whether it's health, whether it's the loss of loved ones, because we need to recover faster. We need to move on. No? Because life is short, and life is all about how we experience joy. And the only way we can experience joy is we bounce back faster, we move on faster. Okay, before I go on to this one, okay, maybe I'll just proceed. In this America's Got Talent season, there's one golden buzzer that touches my heart and touches a lot of people's heart. She is Jane Markzuski, also known as Nightbird. And I really appreciate her attitude. I really appreciate her nature. Despite of what her going through, she has that attitude of gratitude. That's why, although she is still, experiencing this kind of difficulties in life, but she recovers. She actually recovered 3 times from cancer. In 2015, she got married, and by 2017, she was diagnosed with 3rd stage breast cancer. And actually, she underwent a double mastectomy. She went for chemo, therapy, and survived cancer in July 2018. But after a few months, she get diagnosed again of cancer. And of course, after some time, she recovered. But when she get diagnosed and she have 6 months to live, that's the diagnosis. You only have 6 months to live, according to the doctor. You know, when you're in this situation, how do you feel? How do you feel when you are in this situation? When the doctor say you have 6 months to live, it's very depressing, right? It's very depressing. And the only thing that helps you, remain positive is, your loved ones. But, it is during this situation na kung kailangan niya, yung mga close one, supposed to be yung husband niya, ang number one na who will stay with her. But it is during that time that, her husband divorced her. It's so painful, no? You're undergoing this difficulty, and this is the right time for your loved ones to support you. And yet, this is the right time that, yung supposed to be yung right person who supported him, left her, supported her, left her. Kaya, I feel bad when I'm reading yung what happened to Jane Maxnersky. But again, she recovered from cancer in July 2020. However, after some time, she found out that, the cancer came back again. But I really appreciate yung attitude ni Jane Maxnersky. I don't know if you watch this one, if you watch Jane Maxnersky's America's Got Talent. And she is one of the golden buzzer. During her audition in America's Got Talent, she mentioned that she's fighting her cancer the third time. And it's her audition is very, very emotional. And I really want to share that to you. Okay. And before I share yung video, I want to highlight some points. No? Sabi niya during yung audition, it's important everyone knows I'm so much more than the bad things that happened to me. Because, when she went to the stage, she's smiling, and people don't know what's going on. They thought she's a happy young lady. Only to find out na she's undergoing she's suffering of cancer 3 times, and she go by herself in AGT, and yet she's smiling as if she's the happiest person. And people are more sad on her situation than her. It's incredible, to show that one. If you are in that situation, for me, why me? Maybe we start to complain. But despite of her situation, she is grateful because of her gratitude. She keep her spirit, and then she sing this song. It's okay. It's okay. Despite of her situation, she said it's okay. And she's not okay. If you are in that situation, you cannot say it's okay. It's unfair. We start to complain. We start to complain. We start to, maybe we spend the day crying, why me, poor me, or something like that. But I am so impressed with her attitude. That's why she touched a lot of people. The following day, she became number 1. Yung song na It's Okay, she became the number one in song It's Okay in iTunes. And then also this phrase touches millions of people. You cannot wait until life is not hard anymore before you decide to be happy. Sabi niya. And lastly, yung last na sinasabi niya is, I have 2% chance of survival, but 2% it's not 0%. So 2% is something, and I wish people knew how amazing that is. And she's smiling saying that one. I'm impressed with the way she said that one. 2% is amazing. You know? Where 2% is something that is make us so sad, make us feel terrible. But he said 2% is amazing, you know. Kaya I'm reading the comment, and there's a comment there that says, this young lady give me more in 3 minutes, help me more in 3 minutes than my therapist did to me in 3 years. You know, it means this young lady do more in 3 minutes than my therapist do in 3 years. You know, so you know that kind of attitude. It's amazing to have this, to see people like this. That despite of her difficulty, I myself, if I am in that situation, I don't know if I can maintain that kind of spirit. But she showed this incredible spirit. I cannot imagine.